Hello, good morning dear students. Today we are starting the textbook question discussion of our chapter 3rd synthetic fibers and plastics. We have discussed 6 questions in our last class. Today we are starting from the 7th one. Explain why the following are made up of thermostatic plastics. The first one is saucepan handles, the second is electric plugs, switches, plug boards. As saucepan handle, which are made up of melamine, a thermostatic plastic. We are using melamine to make saucepan handles because it can tolerate heat, means bad conductor of heat and electricity. So that's why while the utensil is heated, the handle is not heated and it is easy to hold the handle in our hand while removing it from the gas stove. So that's why saucepan handles are made of thermostatic plastics. The second is electric plugs, switches, plug boards. As these are made up of bakelite, also a example of thermostatic plastic. These are used because it is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, and while if there will be any short circuit or high voltage would be there, then it protects the circuit from damaging and protect us from the electric shock. The next question is 8. We have to categorize the items given into can be recycled and cannot be. Means we have to differentiate the thermoplastic and thermostatic plastic. The first one is telephone instruments. These are made up of thermostatic plastics so that if there will be any current in there, it protects us from them. The next is plastic toys made up of plastics which can be recycled. Cooker handles, these cannot be recycled as made up of bakelite or melamine. The next is carry bags which can be recycled. Next is ballpoint pens which also can be recycled. Next is plastic bowls which are made up of thermoplastic, can be recycled. The next is plastic covering on electric wires. These are made up of thermoplastic and can be recycled. As next is plastic chairs which are also made up of thermoplastic. The last one is electric switches, as these are cannot be recycled as the switches are made up of bakelite. The next is question number 9. Rana wants to buy shirts for summer. Should he buy cotton shirts or the shirts made up of synthetic fiber? So we should advise Rana to buy a cotton shirt for summers because cottons absorb sweat, because as there are pores in the cotton shirts which allows the evaporation also and keeps the body cool, as compared to synthetic fiber which do not absorb the sweat, so they are very uncomfortable to wear in summers. That's why we should advise Rana to buy the cotton clothes, means the clothes made up of cotton for summers, so that proper evaporation. These are the reasons why cotton clothes are preferred to be wear during the summer season. And we have also discussed that during summer light colored clothes are preferred to be wear because they do not absorb heat too much, and in winter dark colored clothes are preferred because they absorb heat near our body. Now moving on to question number 10. Give examples to show that plastics are non-corrosive in nature. As we notice that we are using plastics for many packing containers in our day-to-day life. We are using Teflon for a coating on the non-stick cookwares because it protects the food from...
As Teflon is used for a coating in the non-stick cookware which protects the food from get stuck in the cookware. The next one is bakelite, which is poor conductor of heat and electricity.
Our body from electric shocks. And melamine used for making floor tiles and kitchenwares, as it is bad conductor of heat. Next, moving on to question 11. Should the handle and bristles of toothbrush be made of same material? The answer is no. The bristles are made up of the small material so that it do not hurt our gums, and the handle is made up of hard plastic so that it is durable and do not bend easily while we are brushing our teeth, and it is poor conductor of heat and electricity. Question number 12 is avoid plastic as far as possible. We have to keep our views on this As you all are familiar that plastics are not good for our environment because they are non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means which do not decompose for long time by the bacteria, so that's why it is non-biodegradable, so harmful for environment. Plastic are not eco-friendly as while we are burning completely and releases the poisonous fumes in the atmosphere and which causes too much air pollution. And sometimes cows and other animals may eat plastics present in the garbage. It may choke to their respiratory system and cause death. So it is also harmful for animals near around us. The plastics left in the soil may cause the soil pollution, means it decreases the fertility of soil. The next is plastic bags drained into the water bodies cause threat to aquatic life also, means plastics in the water bodies or rivers or ponds may cause the water pollution. It may kill the aquatic animals which are living in water. The next is polybags choke the drains and sewage pipes as it creates troubles for our drainage system also, which causes difficulties for our day-to-day life. So in this way plastics should be avoided as far as possible, because if we avoid plastic we will be able to protect our environment. Next, moving on to question number 13, match the columns. The first one is polyester, as fabric do not wrinkle easily. The next is Teflon, used to make the non-stick cookware coatings. The third one is rayon, prepared by using the wood pulp. It is also a synthetic fiber. The next is nylon, used for making parachutes and stockings, which is as strong as a steel wire. 14. Manufacturing synthetic fibers is actually helping conservation of environment, as synthetic fibers are made up of petrochemicals which are made in the factories with the help of chemicals. So that's why for making synthetic fibers we do not need the cutting of any trees, we do not need any animals to kill. So it's good for our environment, it protects our natural environment. So manufacturing of synthetic fibers is actually conservation of environment. The next question number 15, describe an activity to show that thermoplastic is poor conductor of electricity. For this we have to take a small piece of thermoplastic material and a conductor and a circuit to check the electricity pass through or not. So let's understand the question number 15 with the help of a diagram. In question number 15, we are using a battery, positive and negative terminal of the battery. One thing you have to keep in your mind, the current flows from the negative side to the positive side, means completing this circuit the current will flow. Current starts flowing from the negative terminal of the battery. Starting from the negative terminal, the current reaches the conductor, means a substance which allows the electricity to pass through it. So electricity will pass through this conductor. We can say there may be any conducting material like wire, copper wire or any other conducting material. After crossing this conductor, the current reaches this bulb. One end of the bulb is connected with the conductor and the another end is connected to the positive end of the battery. So it is a complete circuit. So when the current passes through this conductor, means the circuit is completed, that's why the bulb will glow. And in second circuit we are using a thermoplastic in place of conductor. So as we know that thermoplastic are bad conductor of electricity, or we can say insulators. So that's why thermoplastic will not allow the current to pass through. Current comes from the negative terminal but it will not cross the thermoplastic. So that's why current will not reaches the bulb and the circuit will be remain incompleted. So that's why due to this incomplete circuit, the current will not flow in this circuit. So that's why the bulb will not glow. So it is the difference while we are using a conductor and a thermoplastic in a circuit. So that's why thermoplastics are not used in the conducting material, and conductors like wires are used as a conductor so that the circuit will be completed and electricity flows through the circuit.